Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I love cats. So, how many idioms actually involve cats in English? If you stay and watch this video for a while, I may just let the cat out of the bag. Let's start with that one, shall we? What does that mean, let the cat out of the bag? No, it doesn't literally mean that you are carrying a cat in a bag and you let it out. Apparently, this idiom goes all the way back to the 16th and 17th century, and it's based on some old marketplace tricks. In those days, farmers sold piglets in sacks or bags at the marketplace, but sometimes dishonest sellers would put cats in the bag instead of piglets, which for most people were useless for eating. I don't want to think about eating cats. Anyway, if the buyer would open the bag before paying, they would literally let the cat out of the bag, revealing the secret scam. So over time, this phrase meant revealing a secret, and revealing a secret usually by accident. Let's take a look at some example phrases with this idiom. We were planning a surprise party for Emma, but Jake let the cat out of the bag. So maybe Jake told Emma about the party before they did it. It was supposed to be a surprise. Don't let the cat out of the bag about my new job. I haven't told my old boss yet. Oops, I think I just let the cat out of the bag about their engagement. Someone told someone else about the secret engagement. So to summarize this, let the cat out of the bag simply means revealing a secret that was not supposed to be told. So, funnily enough, as well as saying let the cat out of the bag, there's also another idiom we can use, which is the cat is out of the bag. And maybe you can already guess what this means. Once the cat was out of the bag, the secret was already known. Everyone can see the truth. No piglets, cats. So let's take a look at some examples of how we can use this one in a conversation. The cat's out of the bag. Everyone knows about the secret project now, so the secret's no longer a secret. You might as well already tell them the cat's out of the bag. So everybody knows already. Simply, the cat's out of the bag means the secret has been revealed. The next one here is cat got your tongue. Now, maybe you've heard this classic before. Obviously, when we say this, no actual cat has stolen the tongue out of your mouth. This idiom is used when someone just can't get their words out. In other words, they stumble and suddenly don't know what to say. For example, imagine if you're quiet during a conversation and you suddenly can't say anything. Your friend might say, "Hey, what's wrong? Cat got your tongue?" So basically, they're teasing you a bit for being speechless and not knowing what to say. But where does this idiom come from, you may ask? Well, the exact origin isn't 100% clear, but there are some theories. One theory is that it came from the 1800s as an expression when someone was too shy or timid to say anything, as if a cat had got their tongue and they were too afraid to go and get it back. Another theory links it to old punishments, when someone who lied may have actually got their tongue cut out. Ouch. The idea was that a cat, which was at that time a type of whip that was used for torture and punishment, this whip was called a cat of nine tails, had physically got their tongue and ripped it out. Oh, history is pretty brutal, eh? If you guys know any more theories on this one, let me know. Either way, it's been used for centuries as a way to tease someone who's unusually quiet. It can be lighthearted or it can be a bit rude, depending on the tone. So let's see how we can use it in a conversation. You've been so quiet today. Cat got your tongue? So basically, why aren't they saying anything? When the teacher called on him, he just froze. Cat got your tongue? So basically, he couldn't get a word out. Wow, you're not arguing back for once. Cat got your tongue? So this one's a bit passive aggressive and saying that someone who usually argues is unusually quiet. Okay, next one. If your friend arrives to dinner or lunch with messy hair and tired eyes, one thing you could say is, "Look what the cat dragged in." It's a teasing way to say you finally showed up. Or, "Wow, you're looking a little rough today." So where does this phrase come from? Well, it's actually quite visual and a little bit brutal. So maybe just use this with your friends and people that you know can take a joke. So let's get into that. As you know, cats like to sometimes bring us little presents from outside, including mice, rats, birds, any small creatures, and sometimes even random trash from outside. So when we use this idiom, we're basically saying, "You look like some random trash that a cat has brought from outside." Pretty mean. And to be honest, it can be very playful and it can be rude also, depending on who you say it to, if it's a joke and who it's said to. So don't forget to use this one with caution. Let's look at some real life examples. How we might use this. "Well, look what the cat dragged in. You're late again." So this is a joking way to say you're late. "Oh, finally you could make it." Sarcastically. "Wow, look what the cat dragged in. You look like you've been up all night." So it's a teasing way to say that someone's looking pretty rough. "Hey everyone, look what the cat dragged in, our missing teammate." So let's say your teammate finally arrives after being gone for a long time. All right, the next idiom is a warning of sorts. This one is, "Curiosity killed the cat." Don't worry guys, it doesn't mean that any cats are harmed. It simply means too much curiosity can lead to complications or trouble. Most people know that cats are curious animals, but where does this phrase actually come from? Supposedly, the original version was "care killed the cat." This was likely as early as the 1500s, even in some of Shakespeare's plays. But back then, the word care didn't actually mean careful. It meant being worried or stressed. So originally it meant that worrying could harm you. But over time, that phrase turned into curiosity, meaning it shifted from worrying too much to being too curious or inquisitive, which I personally feel like fits cats more. But do people use this idiom really nowadays? Well, yes and no. It's not super commonly used, but you might hear it now and then. So you may ask how you would hear this in a conversation. So I really wanted to know what's in my housemate's drawer. Curiosity killed the cat. So that means you might get in trouble for looking in the drawer. You keep asking about her surprise party. Be careful, curiosity killed the cat. Stop being too nosy or you'll ruin the surprise, in other words. Okay, next is a very British expression involving two of my favorite things, food and cats. This one is "the cat that got the cream." So in true idiom form, this phrase has nothing to do with either cats or cream, but it's a symbolic phrase describing a feeling that you get from something. That feeling is basically being pleased with yourself, just like a cat that may get some cream. Now, most cats probably don't get the pleasure of drinking cream every day. And as you can imagine, a cat that got the cream would be a very pleased cat indeed. So you can probably guess this idiom describes someone who is a little bit too pleased with themselves. Basically, someone who's got exactly what they wanted. So if someone says, "looks like the cat got the cream," it means they're quietly proud and even cheeky because they got their own way. Let's take a look at some real life examples again. After winning the competition, she walked around looking like the cat that got the cream. So, in other words, she was very proud of herself that she won. He finally got that promotion that he wanted. Now he's sitting there like the cat that got the cream. Basically, he's very pleased and satisfied with what happened. When she saw her boyfriend walk in, she looked like the cat that got the cream. In other words, she is very pleased and proud of her boyfriend. So to summarize, the cat that got the cream is basically someone who's very proud, even a bit smug of what they have. So next up and lastly is one cat idiom that's commonly used in the workplace. When the cat's away, the mice will play. The meaning comes from a very simple and funny idea. Imagine a group of mice that are living in fear of a cat. As soon as the cat goes out and leaves the house, the mice come out, play, and have fun. So this idiom means that when whoever is in charge, whether that's a boss, a parent, a teacher, someone in authority, when they leave, that means you can relax and have fun. So how can we use this in a conversation? As soon as the teacher left the classroom, all of the kids started playing. When the cat's away, the mice will play. My boss is on holiday this week. When the cat's away, the mice will play. So everyone's taking it easy because the boss isn't around. My parents went for a trip this weekend. We're going to have a house party. When the cat's away, the mice will play, taking advantage of your parents not being there so you can have a party. All right, guys, that is all the cat idioms we have for today. I really hope you learned something new and enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions about these idioms, please leave them in the comments and I will reply to every single one. See you next time, guys. Have a good one.